Well, I've had a beautiful package sent to me today, and this is from one of my new sponsors called Hoof Doctor in Canada, and I'm just so delighted to have all these wonderful things that I really wasn't expecting. I thought I'd get a few bottles of the oil that they produce, and I asked for a putty because I wanted to have a go and see what this was like, and I wanted to use it on my own horse. And I'm absolutely delighted to see how much they've given me. I mean, it's cost them a fortune to send this to me, and I'm a bit overwhelmed, quite honestly. Anyway, it looks like we've got 3 Hoof Doctor putties in there, and a number of this hoof oil. So my plan is to actually use this product. Now, I've always felt a bit dubious on, do we need oils on our horse's hoof? Because realistically, the hoof is really dead once it's grown down, and I couldn't quite understand why we needed to put any oil or anything on it. And I suppose that's my anatomy teaching, really, that tells me that. But a lot of folks use oils and they seem to have some good results. By good results, I mean they report less cracking and less chipping. And not only that, I think, look, let's be honest, the hooves look quite beautiful when they're all glistening with oil. We do want things to look beautiful. We do want them to look pretty. But it's really great if we can actually have something that is helping to keep the hooves strong and healthy. My plan is to now use this on my own horse. Now, he's just had a trim. My friend has trimmed him up. And we are now going to apply, well, definitely the putty. We've got a nasty siddy toe and some white line disease, which I think I might be using the putty on. I need to look this up and see. And then I'd like to use the Hoof Doctor as well, the oil, because apparently you can put it all over the whole foot, including the frog. And my horse has got terrible frogs. So this is my plan, and I want to document what we see from day one and go on from there. So thank you, Hoof Doctor. I'm really thrilled with all these wonderful gifts that you've sent to me. I'm really pleased with this beautiful gift that you've sent to me. Thank you. So this is the Hoof Doctor dressing, or I don't know, oil, or whatever you want to call it. And it looks like it comes with its little brush separately, so we need to take this off and then use the brush. So this is one I've not opened up yet, and I just want to see what the ingredients are in here. Okay, so here we are. Omega-3 fish oil, birch bark extract, and betulin powder. Right, I did look up this birch and I could see that it did have some antimicrobial activity. I need to have a look a little bit more into that, but there does seem to be some science behind using this particular compound. Now, I've heard that the smell is actually quite strong, or should I say distinctive, really, and that if a horse in the barn is using this, then when you go in there, you're going to smell it. And when I first started using this is one that I've been using a little while now, I found the smell, well, quite, I wouldn't like to say unpleasant, because it wasn't unpleasant, it was just really unusual. It's something I'd never smelt before. And some people relate it to like a campfire and that sort of smell, like a smoky type smell. And at first I found it a bit, I'm really not sure about this, it's just so unusual for me. But after a while I got used to it, and then I actually found I really quite liked it. And I think also what I liked about it, I don't know if it's just mind over matter or what, but as I was popping it on my horse's feet, I was sort of thinking to myself, I hope this is good, I hope this works, I hope this does stuff. And of course we have to always put at number one husbandry, diet, exercise, trimming, all of that has to come first. You can't expect this stuff to go on and work miracles if none of the other is in place. So this works together with really good husbandry and looking after your hooves, you know, and looking after the whole body. You know, you can't just expect this little thing to do everything and be a miracle. But I think this could be a good tool in the toolbox. I have been putting this on my horse's feet now, and I'll pop some photos up at some stage once we get some data. But as I was putting this on and thinking, oh, you know, I hope this works, da 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 da, and the smell, as I was sort of popping this on, I actually felt quite positive about it, and I quite equated the smell to doing some good. I don't know if it's just placebo in your head or whatever. You know, smells can evoke all sorts of emotions, but the emotions I got from this was real sort of positive ones, really. And look, of course these guys are sponsoring me, but I've always said I'm not going to lie, and I'm always going to tell the truth. So this is the truth, and this is my perspective. So let's have a look at this stuff. Give it a shake, and then I'll show you what this looks like. There we go. So it's not particularly thick, and it's not too runny. You know, it's not, I wouldn't even like to say it's really oily, to be honest. You can see it dripping down here. And so when I did put it on my horse's feet, I did stand him on an old yoga mat, because we were working on concrete, and actually it was new concrete. So I thought, well, the last thing my husband wants to see is any of this on his new concrete. He'll kill me. So I did use a yoga mat, but I think if you're out in the paddock or anywhere like that, or on a surface that doesn't particularly matter, then I don't think it's a problem. Anyway, this is the gear, and it's quite a nice stable container. But I think if it was down on the floor, it could easily get knocked over by your horse. So, you know, keep it somewhere safe, because I mean, this is valuable stuff. You don't want your horse knocking it over and you lose it all. And the smell, well, yeah, you really got to smell it to sort of understand what it's like. And those of you that use it will know exactly what I mean, and I'm sure you're going to make comments to say, you know, what you think of the smell and what it invokes to you. But this is literally what it's like, and this is how it's going to go on. Now on the actual horse, it does go quite dark. Now I think I've given this a good mix, but there we go. So it soaks in really, really well on the horse as well, and you put it on and it's like glistening, and then after a little while you can see it's soaked in. So it's not like it remains like a sticky goo or anything like that. So that's the oil. And then there's this putty, Hoof Doctor putty, which it says it promotes and maintains healthy moisture level of the hoof in any climate, supports circulation, promotes healthy growth of the hoof, aids elasticity of the hoof wall, promotes hoof strength. Okay, so that's what it says it should do. So you need to clean the hoof full of visible mud, towel it dry, and then put this product on twice a week. And the ingredients are the same: the betulin powder, birch bark extract, this other thing called clinophthalate, and some fish oil. So let's have a look at this putty. And I've already started using this, you can see. Here it is. I think I wore gloves when I popped this on. Now, in the warmth that we're in and the warmth of my hands, can you see it's starting to soften right up, become more liquidy? But in the bottom of here, it's quite thick and unctuous, and so that would be really lovely to pop through your collateral grooves, I reckon, and shove that up through any seedy toe invasion. I'm assuming it's going to be helping that. I mean, quite honestly, you're better to, you know, you've got to, if you've got seedy toe, you've got to use something. You've got to use something to kill the bug. So this is what it's like, and like I say, I would probably suggest that you get some gloves when you're going to use this, because you're going to get this on your hands, and it washes off quite well, but the smell does linger in your hands. And I think if it's something that you're not bothered about, then that's fine. But if you've got beautiful long fingernails and you're going out for dinner, then maybe you might want to consider wearing gloves. I think most horsey chicks are not going to have the best hands in the world, are they, with all the jobs that we do? Anyway, so this is the putty, and like I say, it's gone quite liquidy now in the heat. So yeah, not sure what that means, but I just wanted to show that to you. And the smell is just the same as the hoof oil. It's actually, it's really growing on me. So let's just rub this off, and I can show you what I mean by, you know, the colour. Can you see? Because it's an oil, it's going into my gloves, so it's going to be absorbed, I reckon. You know, it's the fish oil, I think, in that is going to get that to be absorbed into the foot. And one thing I wouldn't mind doing actually is to get a cadaver foot and get it to room temperature, pop this stuff on. I know it's a dead foot, but just to see how it actually absorbs. And quite honestly, I can't see that there's going to be any difference between a live foot and a dead foot in terms of the absorption properties of this or this oil, this hoof dressing, because really the exterior of a foot is technically dead. Well, the hoof wall for sure is, you know, the bottom part of the hoof wall, and so I should be able to see if it's actually being absorbed, and you know, just something to do really, just because I'm interested. So there we go. This is my first thoughts about this product, and yeah, I hope to see some great results from it.